guys, Matt and Nate from Tree Rings Disc Golf. We're going to start doing a little bit more of a long format vlog series, so this is episode 1. We have 2 GYROpalooza boxes. We already opened them. You can watch that on our Instagram. We'll go through the discs that we have, but what we're going to do is we're going to flip. One of us is going to get one box, the other one's going to get the other box. We're going to play the 18 holes here. So we're going to go through what all the discs are because Nate hasn't seen them yet, and then we'll get started.
I'm excited.
So first up, each of us gets the same. Each GYROpalooza box had 6 discs that are guaranteed. 6 discs? Something like 5 discs that are guaranteed. So we will each have a glow glitch. Now the thing with these glow glitches, they are between 10 and 15 grams heavier. So I have thrown the one a little bit. It definitely is more torque resistant, a little bit more stable than the really lightweight glitches. So
I can throw that.
Yes, it's cool. The next up on the guaranteed discs, so this is a R2 Glow Envy. So it's the R2 recycled plastic in the middle and a glow rib. You have an R2 Glow Crave, which is really fun. These R2 Glow ones have seemed a little bit on the stable side, but they still are kind of gummy feeling. R2 Glow Hex. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And then you get a James Conrad Series Detour. So this is kind of like the Hex, but a little bit flippier. I really like these for long hyzer flips.
Oh, that feels good in the hand.
It is. I throw this. I've been throwing this so much. I actually tried the 1,000-foot challenge, and I immediately put this as the mid-range I tried. Spoiler alert, got 990 feet, so we're going to be trying that again. You can see that on the Instagram. Well, soon. So then, those are the guaranteed discs. So it is 5 guaranteed discs. So, box 1, the random disc, so you get 3 lab seconds and 2 Pro Shop discs. So, first one in this one is a standard neutron glitch, and Aiden claimed this one. There may be a video on Instagram, but he designed this one. He loves it. It's 152 grams, so it's still a pretty decently weighted one, but it's a lot flippier than the glow one, for sure. This one has a Total Eclipse Hex lab second, a little bit of black dot on the side here. So this is a little bit beefier feeling, I think, than the R2 Neutron even is. This one, I think this is fission plastic. I'm not 100% sure. It feels more fission than Neutron, but this is a Wave, 172 gram fission Wave. My dad has been bagging this ever since I opened it from the box. I had to go beg him to give it back to me for this video. Very flippy, but it doesn't want to burn. It wants to just pan. A lab second Crave, Neutron Crave. This one is basically identical to the PDGA membership disc I got this year, which is that lighter weight Crave. I don't love it. It's very flippy, but
there are shots for it.
There are shots for it, exactly. Now, you have a 167 gram Neutron resistor. Now, a few months ago, I got a Eclipse resistor, and I didn't love it. I thought it was like a -1 on the glide. That thing, no matter how you threw it, wanted to get to the ground. It was very unworkable. Threw it right in the tree, lost it. This one does what I was hoping for, and it feels like a slower Firebird. You flex this, it does want to glide up and pan to the right. So it actually is a lot more workable, and it feels better in the hand. The final disc in box 1.
Is that a Delirium?
This is a time lapse.
Ooh.
This is, so I have 2 of the time lapses I bought myself. This is the least beefy of the time lapses I have. So this one I've actually been bagging. It's going to be a fun disc. I use it mainly on forehand because on the backhand it's not quite beaten enough, but it's getting there. All right, so box 2, we're not going to go over the guaranteed discs because they're all the same. The only difference is it's a red Detour versus a pink Detour. So for the special discs over here, we have a Octane, a Neutron, no, sorry, this is a Neutron Teleport. 14.5 speed, I think it's a -1.5, 2. So as a 14.5 speed, this is going to be a lot more workable than the Delirium. Next up, you have 2, well actually no, this one's the Volt. So you have a Plasma Volt, very good disc. I've been throwing that a lot. Not this one, but I have my own. You have a Plasma Octane, good disc. You have another actually this one's a fission, I think. This is a Matt Dollar 2022 Team Series Octane. So 163 gram. I think this is a fission one. So there's a fission octane that's lightweight. There's a plasma octane. Fission, I'm pretty sure, Proxy.
Which is the less stable?
This is a negative 2-1, I think, putter. I think it's a 3-speed. So it's like an Envy, but the understable cousin of the Envy. And then a Streamline Pilot putter in Eclipse plastic. So definitely very different. This one has 2 really slow discs and everything else is blazing fast. Well, I guess the Volt isn't blazing fast, but it's the only thing in between. This one has a huge variety of mid-rangey style discs and only 2 fast discs. You have an understable and a fast one. So kind of a different profile between them. This one does actually have the heavier gyro as well, 160 gram glitch. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna flip a disc for which side we get, and the rules are, so it's 18 holes. Rules are you have to throw off the tee each of these discs at least once. So it's gonna be throughout the round. Right. After the tee shot, you can throw whichever disc you want to do an upshot or a putt if you want. We both have a couple options. Everyone's going to have at least a glitch option and at least an Envy option for their putter. This one has 2 extra putters that this one doesn't have. Well, actually, I guess this has another glitch, but all right, we're up onto hole 10. We both got a birdie, a par on the last hole, so Nate's still 4 down, I'm still 3. We were going to say whoever has the box does the intros, but he did the whole front 9 and never really gave me an opportunity. So I'm going to take the back 9. And so this one, there is a Mando to the left of that big tree there. And then there's just a bunch of trees behind the basket. It's a really open shot for a forehand or a turnover. I'm going to be throwing my time lapse. Damn, didn't get through.
I'm gonna try the teleport and try to just be kind of low and direct with it to stay under those branches that he just caught.
Whoa! Oh no! Oh my! It could be worse. That was a really bad attempt for both of us. Are you kidding me? There's a branch there, apparently. I was gonna say, if that goes in, I'm gonna eat my shoe. Oh my god. All right, hole 10, I took a bogey because I hit the tree twice. Nate took a par because he hit it once. And yeah, so going into hole 11 here, Nate's got a 2-stroke lead. This one's an interesting hole. There's this little gravel road. There's somebody coming down it. We're gonna get out of the way here in a moment. And that's all OB. OB is on the road or left of it, and so it's just sort of a curvy shot, and that's it.
All right, so I've got 2 discs left I haven't thrown yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Detour. Haven't thrown this before. It feels a lot like a Discmania Origin, so I'm hoping I can put it out, give it some height and some turn, and avoid the OB. Maybe get a bird.
It does have some fade, but if you give it enough angle, it will hold it forever.
You think it's more stable than Origin?
No.
An Origin's pretty flippy.
It's a negative 2-1.
Oh, same as an Origin. Fair enough.
I don't know if that tree was good or bad for you, to be honest.
I would have been up.
I would have been right, but I would have been way up there. All right, I have 1 disc left that I haven't thrown, but I'm not throwing that on this hole. So instead, I'm going to pull out the resistor here, try and just throw a forehand that just sort of parks it kind of like we did on 6. Oh yeah. Oh,
so good.
Practice putt. Just glitch. You almost missed that. Oh yeah, no, careful. I think Beth almost missed it because I was like fiddling with the basket and the bag and going. All right, so on hole 11 there, I shaved one off of the score. I'm now 3 down. Nate's still 4 down. This is hole 12. 160 foot, they're saying. It's right over there. It's basically a hope and a prayer that you get through all the trees. If you do get through all the trees, you better be going slow because the OB line is literally a foot behind the basket the whole way. This is my last unthrown disc, which is a glitch, which seems basically perfect for this. You want something glidey that doesn't go too far. So we'll see what I can do. I'm not doing it right off. What the hell did I do? I slipped so bad, even without a run out. My God, that sucks. I kind of want to rethrow and just not throw there. Look at that. Jesus. Well, good luck.
Yep. All right, I'm going with my last disc I haven't thrown as well, which is the Eclipse Pilot, and I'm hoping it's a pretty darn straight putter. And if I go OB, I don't mind, because then I have a tap-in par.
Don't just slip like I did. Oh, shit, you shot me. Where'd your disc go? OB. Okay. See what I mean though? That was so soft and it just stayed like it's just touchy.
That's how I felt with it as well. Oh, I want
Here helps.
Probably not.
Holy crap on a stick it does not.
You could, I mean, I know you get muddy, you could kneel down at your thing or you could stand directly in line.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing. Yep, I am kneeling. Right in the mud. Ready? Wait. Wait. This looks better. I need my glitch. No? I didn't want to go out.
Hey,
I'll take my damn bogey.
he's better than double.
Yeah, I just lose another stroke to it.
Technically, you're still out, I guess.
Am I technically still out?
Yeah.
All right, hole 12, Nate went OB, but he had a tap in par. That early tree hit from my slip, which was way less dramatic, was way worse. And then on my upshot, that Envy was way less stable than I thought it would be and just held straight and just kept going left. So I ended up getting a bogey, so Nate's back to a 2-stroke lead. So he's gonna tee us off here. This is hole 13. It's another one of the temporary holes. This one doesn't mark the distance, but I'd say it plays like it's about 250-ish. The problem with it is that it is around a whole bunch of Guardian stuff. So you either have to get something flippy that you don't think is going to go in the water on the inside, or you got to go with a really big forehand that crashes over. So.
And there's OB, what, 15 feet behind it?
Yes, there's an OB line 15 feet behind it. That basket you see back there is the next hole. We have to be well inside that. I parked that last time accidentally.
All right, I'm going to be going back to the Volt on a forehand. I have yet to not throw OB on this hole, I believe. So that is my only goal.
Well, you picked a good disc for it. Just don't torque it over into the water. Oh, God. It shouldn't with how you throw it for it. And you did. I like that disc. All right, so I'm going to be throwing the time lapse on this hole. Just try and get it up pretty high in the right distance and let it just stall down and crash. See how it goes. And I am way gone. Oh, I think I'm in the OB ditch. We'll see. That was good. Did that hurt? We might need to call the rally. Yeah, I think it's over here. Give me a moment. You're good. This is just way too much. Maybe I should have just thrown the resistor bit.
Oh, you should have. 100% you should
It just
have.
didn't seem like...
Unless you would have done what I did with, like you did the one time with that resistor where it didn't come out because it was so slow. Short of you doing that, the resistor's probably the right distance.
Well, it would have been short, I think, but it would have been better.
Short's almost a good thing. Well, depending on where you are.
Our bogey. All right, we're on hole 14. 13 there. Nate went OB, had to approach, so he got a bogey. I went OB, but it was kind of like what he got on 12, where I just come in and just have, 8-foot putt or something. So I got a par. I now have the box, and I'm within one stroke of him. We'll see how it goes. Neither of us have anything at all similar to what we normally throw in this hole. So we got two different approaches here. I'm going to take the resistor and try and throw it not too long, but not so soft that it just dies to the right. See how this goes. Okay. Back door look, but not good.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with the Proxy, which is what I've been putting with, and it feels phenomenal. Hopefully it'll be a nice straight flight and not hit any trees. Not my typical play on this hole, but let's see if it works.
Oh, me. That's not bad. That was really good. Did that get close?
Yeah, it almost did it.
Going up high looks like it hurt. Good too.
Thank you.
That actually might. All right, we're here at hole 15. Last hole, I got a par, Nate got a birdie. Really good line. You might have to try that more. This one here is 200 feet again. but it's really weird. It's sort of uphill. There's this berm, and you have to get past that, and then there's way right with a lot of guardian trees, and there's OB long, OB to the right. You don't want to get short because then it's blind, so it's just kind of a really technical but not difficult. It's just really hard to park it. So, see how Nate does. What do you got?
All right, I think I'm gonna go with the detour again on a big turnover and hope that it pushes more right than it does straight, because that OB from 13 is back in play on this hole now, probably, again, 20 some feet past the basket, so it's really easy to reach, but we'll see how it goes.
Ooh, no. All right, I'm gonna take my R2 Crave. I've actually been throwing my Plasma Crave on this hole a lot. A little bit understable, give it a bit of hyzer and height, and it sort of kind of pans back and gets you the best look, I think, at birdie.
Nice throw. Really nice.
Really short, but yeah. Dang it.
Oh,
Jump putt it, but I don't think I should. Your forehand hurting, that's going to be tough.
I want my envy, not because I want it, but it's more stable than any of the other surfaces. Throw it like Matt.
That was better.
That was not the line I was going for at all. I
Well,
wanted
it
to be
worked.
over here. I wanted to be higher, a little bit of hyzer. And,
All right, we both took a par there. I had a look for birdie and just missed it left, hit the chains. On hole 16, this is another argument for a harder hole on the course. It's only 231 feet, but it's a straight shot. You can't go too high, you can't go too wide, and there is water 30, 40 feet short of the basket-ish. This is where people lose the most discs. So it's a fun little hole. What are you throwing, Nate?
well, it was nice. I liked this detour. So I'm going to throw it on hopefully a dead straight shot over the water. Or into a tree into the water. It skipped on the water. I think it's probably open.
All right, I'm also going to throw the detour. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and throw it not as low as you just did. Oh, it's slippy again, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, somehow that was almost lower.
It was. Go in.
Ooh,
Damn.
Ooh, good run. That's a 2 I'm happy for.
What a swing. All right, so the water giveth and taketh. It's iced over, and Nate got a skip that put him in bounds. I got a skip that put me further out in the water. So I took a bogey. He takes a birdie. Luckiest freaking person in the world. So he now is 4 down, and I'm only 1 down. Coming up on hole 17, it's only about 220 feet. We're in the B position. But the B position is straight out and then left up the hill there. If you go too long, you really get into the crap, but it's really the hard thing is getting over this tree and then getting left before you hit all the trees between you and there. Nate, what's throwing?
So I think I'm going to go back to the crave and try to just put a touchy hyzer that hopefully gets over the fallen tree and then just stays straight to the basket.
Can we move the bag?
I just starting out wide to make myself feel like I have a wider gap.
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. It was going to be short and left, but it was
Not that bad.
I just have to par.
All right. I think I'm going to go back to the detour. I've been throwing this so much, it's been serving me well. I kind of don't think it's going to screw me over twice in a row. See if that logic works.
Old safety gun.
Almost. That was a good line.
It looked perfect out of there.
That was way too high to be any good, but I tried. You almost dropped that right in.
No, I like it a lot.
Well, you missed a lot. Your overall score was still. Did that almost fall out?
No, I just dropped it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Right, so we both managed to get a par on the last hole, just hit some early trees, so we had to do a layup. Here at hole 18, 320 feet. This is one of the longish holes on the course, along with 7. You do have OB on the road. There is a bunch of crap along and a little bit of stuff if you get on the left side, but for the most part, you just got to throw a straight shot that gets over 300 feet and you're button. So, Nate, what are you doing? Oh yeah, Nate is 4 down and I have 1 down. So he's gonna try and blast something way long to give me a chance.
Sure. Yeah, for the fun of it, I'm gonna go with the teleport and just try to do a big spike hyzer and get an ace.
If you get an ace with that.
If I get an ace with this, I'll bag it.
It's not acing, but that's not bad.
Oh, it's long too.
Oh, it is. I think I'm going to go with the time lapse. I think that wave is just way too flippy if I try and throw it power. This one's really stable, so I just need to throw it out a bit of Annie or just really hard and just know it's going to come to the left. That is better than I thought it would be, so I'm good with that.
Oh, I like this putt.
Welcome to our new blog where Nate kicks my ass every day.
Nice putt.
So these Envies, if you're putting with them, they want a little more spin putt than what I've been doing. All right, we just wrapped up hole 18. We both got a birdie. He had a sick putt. I was just like, what? And then I actually hit a pretty decent putt myself. I was pretty happy with that. I will say Nate did seem to have a bit of an edge with his putting. Yeah, I think he has a little bit better.
Shout out to the Proxy. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a great disc.
Envy is just not similar enough to a Nomad for putting for me to really feel as comfortable with it. But that's all excuses. You played really well. We like these boxes. Lots of variety in here. I think the only thing that I felt like I was missing from both boxes, we didn't either of us really have a solid approach disc that felt really comfortable to forehand.
Yeah.
These Envies are just a little bit too flippy, so they're not really stable enough, and there's nothing else slow enough that has any sort of stability in either of our bags.
Well, I had very little stability in my bag.
At
in
all.
general. Yeah.
But even on mine, my stability was all on the like top end.
Yeah, other than your resistor was
Right,
the
and
only
I
thing
was
it would have
throwing
been nice
that.
to
Yeah.
have. But
So this is really fun. We're liking these boxes. I'm throwing some of them in there. Probably we'll try a few more of these for the second box. I haven't tried them much. Nate might take this Proxy here and play with it. He likes it a lot. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys watching. Trying to get some new videos out maybe every week. Try and turn this into a YouTube blog. See how it goes. Stay tuned for more.